The frost had crept early into November that year. In a sleepy town on the outskirts of Seattle, the wind howled through the empty swings of a public playground just off Maplewood Avenue. And there, curled up on the hard rubber padding beneath the jungle gym, was a little girl. 8 years old. Torn jacket. Dirty socks. A plastic bag for a pillow. Her name was Lila. Every night, Lila made her way quietly to that playground after the sun had set and most homes had closed their curtains. She waited until the last of the kids left, pretending to play or watch the stars. And when no one was looking, she would tuck herself under the slide, pull her jacket tight, and let sleep take her away. No one ever asked why she was there. Maybe people assumed someone would handle it. Maybe no one really noticed her at all. Until one cold evening, someone did. His name was Vincent Harrow, a 45-year-old real estate mogul with no family, no friends worth mentioning, and no tolerance for sentimentality. Vincent had built an empire on logic, ambition, and grit. He lived in a towering glass mansion just 2 miles from that very playground, yet he hadn't set foot in it since it was built. He didn't believe in community. He believed in power. But on that night, Vincent's driver had taken a wrong turn on the way to a late meeting. The GPS rerouted them through Maplewood Avenue, and as they slowed near the playground, the headlights flashed across a small figure huddled beneath the slide. "Stop," Vincent said. The car pulled over. He stared out the window, puzzled. A child, alone, at this hour. He got out. "Hey," he called, voice sharp, clipped. "What are you doing?" Lila shot up, eyes wide with panic. She grabbed her plastic bag and tried to run, but Vincent was faster. He stepped in front of her, arms crossed. "I asked what you're doing here." I'm just playing," she whispered, eyes darting. "In the dark?" "In 35 degrees, he snapped. "Where are your parents?" She hesitated. I don't have any. Please don't call anyone. I'll leave." Her voice cracked. Her eyes were glassy. And for a moment, something unfamiliar stirred inside Vincent. "What's your name?" "Lila." "Where do you live?" She lowered her head. "Nowhere." Silence. Vincent exhaled and pulled out his phone. "No. Please don't call the cops," she begged, dropping her bag, falling to her knees. "They'll take me. They'll separate me from my brother." Vincent froze. "Your brother?" Tears streamed down her face now. "He's only 3. He's in the old janitor closet behind the school. It's warmer there. I only sleep out here because I told him I'd find someone to help. But I haven't yet." It hit him like a blow to the chest. This wasn't just a runaway kid. This was survival. His world, the boardrooms, the tailored suits, the skyscrapers, had never prepared him for this kind of reality. They walked through the quiet streets, her tiny hand guiding him through the dark. When they reached the back of the elementary school, Lila gently tapped on the old supply closet door. It creaked open. A small boy with curly hair peeked out. "Lila?" "It's okay, Benji. This man, he's not like the others." Vincent knelt, unsure what to say. The boy clung to his sister. His cheeks were pale, but he smiled, like he still believed everything would be okay because she told him so. "How long have you been out here?" Vincent asked softly. "Since Mommy went to heaven," Lila whispered. "We didn't have anywhere else. And no one noticed. No school." She shook her head. "I stopped going. They said we'd be taken away." Vincent swallowed hard. These children were invisible in a world of glass towers and gated neighborhoods. That night, Vincent didn't go to his meeting. He took them both to his mansion instead. His staff stared in disbelief as he carried 2 scruffy kids inside. He had them bathed, clothed, fed. Benji clung to a stuffed bear one of the maids brought him. Lila sat on the edge of her guest bed, unsure if she could even sleep on something so soft. Vincent stood outside their room, hands buried in his pockets, wondering what the hell he had just done. The next day, Vincent's assistant nearly fainted when he instructed her to call a child welfare lawyer, not to give the kids up, but to find a legal way to keep them safe, with him. Over the following weeks, the walls of Vincent's home began to thaw. Lila painted on the windows with markers and stuck drawings to the refrigerator. Benji giggled every morning as he watched cartoons. And Vincent, the man who once scolded assistants for breathing too loudly, found himself sitting cross-legged on the carpet, letting Lila braid his silver hair. But it wasn't all easy. One night, Lila had a panic attack when a storm rolled in. She shook under the bed, crying, "Don't take Benji. Don't take him." Vincent crawled under beside her. "No one's taking anyone," he said gently. "I promise." She looked up, eyes searching. "Do promises mean anything anymore?" Vincent paused. "They do now." As Christmas neared, the town buzzed with news. The grumpy millionaire who once refused to donate to the school fundraiser had not only adopted 2 homeless children, he had started a program to fund emergency shelters and night patrols to find and help children sleeping on the streets. He named the initiative Project Lila. He didn't do it for headlines. He did it because one little girl, sleeping under a jungle gym, had shown him something his billions never had: humanity. One snowy evening, months later, Vincent stood at that same playground. Lila ran to him, wearing a red coat he had given her. "I used to dream of this place being my home," she said quietly. "But now, I have a real one." Vincent looked down at her. "You gave me one too, you know." They sat on the bench together, watching Benji chase snowflakes. Lila looked up. "Why did you stop that night? Why did you care?" He hesitated, then smiled softly. "Because for the first time in a long time, I saw something that mattered more than my world. I saw you." A year later, Vincent Harrow, now a completely changed man, stood before a crowd at the opening of the city's largest homeless family resource center. He wasn't there as a billionaire, but as a father. He shared their story, not to boast, but to remind the world that sometimes, the smallest souls carry the greatest strength, and all it takes is someone noticing. The plaque outside read, "In honor of Lila and Benji, who reminded us that every child deserves to be seen. Sometimes, the coldest hearts are just waiting for the right warmth. A single act of kindness, a moment of connection, can unravel a lifetime of indifference and build something beautiful in its place." Lila was never just a poor girl on a playground. She was a light. And Vincent became the man she helped him become.